It's so cold in here right now. It's like 11 Fahrenheit or something like that. It's so cold. Oh. Woo. Let me turn off the music because I don't want any copyrights. But yeah, so my car is the dirtiest car right now in our house because I haven't had the chance to clean it since December. It's been crazy. Calls and things like that with clients has been very good for us because we get a chance to meet a lot of clients and things like that. But also, yeah, I mean, it's been crazy. I'm trying to figure it out how I can organize more my personal life so the business doesn't take all my personal life. So that's what I'm working on this year. Oh wait, I'm not driving outside yet. I'm literally on my driveway just in case. But I was about to say before I drive, because I'm not gonna film and drive. I had one of the weirdest calls early morning. Recap: like the bride was late to the call. She did told me ahead of time, like 10 minutes before the call, like, hey, I'm gonna be late to the call. I say that's totally okay. Like, I'm not going to, I'm not going to like be angry at that because my next call was gonna be like somewhere around like 12:30 or 12:20, which I ended up getting canceled. Funny enough, that second call. But so I told her, yeah, that's totally okay. She then told me like, oh, I'm from a few minutes late to like a half an hour late, and I'm like, okay, like it's a little bit too much. I have couples that have reached out to me and they say like, hey, we're gonna be like 10 minutes late, 15 minutes late. I'm like, okay, if I can, and if there's no other call ahead of their call, I'm okay to say like that's okay and we'll wait for you. Obviously, respectfully, like if they're gonna be very late and it's gonna conflict with another call, I just tell them like, hey, let's just reschedule it. I would say like 9 out of 10 couples, they usually either reschedule it or they ended up like getting on the call 10 minutes after it was supposed to be. But anyways, just to kind of sum out what happened early in this call. So everything kind of like early in the call, we were like, hey, how are you? Like, kind of like seeing how things are going right now. The snowstorm is coming, so even a lot of my calls like I'm getting right now, a lot of the couples are literally like preparing for the snowstorm, or they are getting out of work or something like that, and I'm like, they're preparing for that. Like it's pretty big when it snows here. Like pretty much everybody freaks out in this area. So anyway, so I was talking to her and I'm like, hey, my next call is in 30 minutes. I think we're gonna be able to do it. I'm just gonna, and I framed the call whatever, and like she straight up was very like, oh, I'm just want to talk about pricing and I want to talk about this. And I'm like, okay, like I'm a type of person that I'm like, if you just want to know the price, which you already know, but you want to just talk about business and don't want to talk about yourself, I already know we're not going to be a good fit, because we, as much as we try, obviously I understand everybody has a budget and things like that, but we, at the end of the day, we want to make sure we understand you. We did the call, but like I think the bride kind of confuses with another videographer. I don't know, like some brides really inquire to like 20 videographers, and sometimes they forget who they inquire to, but and who they talk to. So so anyway, so all I'm gonna say is that we ended up like kind of like rushing the call. Like I said, that was one of my quickest calls in a while, like maybe like 10 to 8 minutes. Usually my calls run to like maybe 30 minutes at most, 35, 40 max if the call went very well and the clients are like really talking, 45 minutes. But I would say like anywhere from like 25 to 35 minutes is usually kind of like a good range of the call. And I try to keep it short. If I see like they're not really saying a lot because it's too early on the planning process. I usually like to just like try just to go very briefly, but this bride was just like, straight to the price, and I'm like, okay. And she asked me something that I'm like, and I'm gonna share it with you guys because you might have encountered this, where like, we offer Super 8. It's something that we offer. It's something that we love to do in our weddings. A lot of couples love that because it gives you that nostalgic feeling on your wedding day. And also, like, I find like film is super cool. It's like, film for me personally is timeless, and it's something that a lot of people can relate to, of like, for film is coming back in photography and videography too. So I think it's something that it will never go out of style, in my opinion. But the bride was just like, hey, can you still film alone? And I'm like, I mean, technically I can, but film is like, it has some limitations. And I think she kind of got pissed or annoying that I kind of explained to her the process of film, because this is the real truth, and I always like to set expectations, and this is so important when you set expectations with clients. It's like, film is one of those things that, first of all, it has a lot of limitations. So I always tell them, think of it as an enhancer to give that nostalgic feeling to your films, and also to give you that kind of like little moments of like just like film look. Try to explain to her in more of, obviously, in a nicer way. I was like, hey, like, film is not meant to replace digital, it's to enhance it. And we cannot just film a whole wedding. First of all, it's not possible. Like, film does not have any audio, so it's like, if you want to hear your vows again, you cannot hear your vows again with film, because Super 8 does not have any audio. And I explained to her the same thing with, like, certain scenarios where, film has limitations. Like, we only have a 2 minutes and a half per roll, and to be able to film a whole wedding and just film, man, I'm like, we will probably have to like charge you like a whole package of digital just to be able to film everything in film, because it will be so much film. And I think she got kind of pissed because she didn't get what she wanted. And I'm like, okay, cool. And it ended up very abruptly. The call kind of like, she was like, oh, I'll let you know. And I'm like, but what I would say, and I don't feel bad that this happened, but I would say it's great because it does set expectations on, hey, this is not possible, this is possible. And calls gives me that. It gives me the ability to understand what they have in their minds and understand like what they're thinking. Because a lot of couples, this is the first time getting married. They don't understand video. They don't understand a lot of the like the things of how video works, or photography works, and all these things. So they think like maybe what they're thinking logically might not make sense, and it's okay to say no to those and explain them and educate them. Some people that I know say like, you don't need to educate them, just say no or yes. I think that's something very important, is to somehow educate our clients. And even if they don't book with us, at least you kind of like give them that pathway of like, hey, this is why cannot be done, and you make the decision if you still want to book us or not. But this is kind of like how things work. But anyways, I talked for like 11 minutes. I can't believe like I'm getting more comfortable in front of the camera, and yeah. But I'm gonna go and take and drive because I need to get salt and all the things. But as we go to this journey, I'm gonna keep talking, and yeah, let's do it. It's so cold. We were only able to get like wood because we couldn't find any salt here. So I might go to Petco. Hopefully there's some salt there, because usually they have for like pet friendly salt, which I use it sometimes. So I might try there. Hopefully they have at least a pack or two that I can use for this winter storm, because honestly I searched the area online and there's literally no salt at all in any Home Depot. Ooh, All right, so we just arrived back to the office, and honestly, I didn't have any success at finding salt. I tried every single Home Depot near my house, plus like other stores. Unfortunately, it's out of stock. The good thing is I have like half of a bag that I can use for tomorrow. Hopefully, once it clears out and like I can go and kind of like clean my driveway and then put some salt. But the good thing is like I just received two packages. One of them I know what it is, and the other thing I think is my film back from a wedding. So let's do this and open this. So we got the film. So Teresa and Trent, Super 8 film. So this is the lab that I usually send it to. It's called Negative Land in New York. They're very cool people. Usually, I told them when I need a film, and they will develop and scan it by that time. So it's very good. They're very good on that. This is the film. Very cool. It's Super 8, so it's like super small compared to like 16 and 35 and IMAX. It's very small film, but still pretty cool. That is that. I received the film back, and of course the scanned copy on a hard drive. So usually we don't tend to do a lot of USB drives for a couples, just because we deliver everything digital, and I think like personally I like deliver everything digital and let the couple decide where they want to save it, right? But once in a while we do get asked for from couples if we we'll be able to give them a USB drive or something for them to have it and save there, which we happily will be able to do it. So we just got back the USB drive that has the couple's date. I don't know why it looks like a little bit, I don't know, you see it. It's that they get a little box. So this box is to save the USB drive. So like we put it here. It's kind of a way for us to make sure once they receive it, it gets protected. And we give them like some recommendations, like hey, like make sure you don't do anything with the don't not storage on like something that can damage the USB drive or things like that. So we're very mindful on that to let them know. And once that is saved, then we put it back, and like that's it. So when they open it, they get the USB drive, they close it, and it's like has the brand name on it. So I really love that. It's like a very cool detail, very subtle detail, but I still love that it has her brand name on it. Alright, good morning. So we just literally had one of the, I think, the worst storms in a decade in the Northeast. It's looking pretty bad, and I'm not really looking forward to clean this, but we will have to clean it because once it compacts the snow, it's gonna be very hard to clean the driveway. And I'm gonna show you a little bit. It's looking pretty bad. Like if you see the snow, it's literally halfway of the tire, so it's like probably anywhere from 12 to 13 inches of snow. Yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning, and yeah, let's do it.